Norm Evans comes up in between boats. Bardol is coming up hard now in between boats. The nitrogen is lagging back at the top part of the stretch. One of the boats cut off on the course down to the top part and is going over to the far side. Bardol is coming up now between boats and coming over here to the wide side. The thriftway shaping up in the middle part of the course. Now Bardol is coming up on the inside of the course. They're all laying down pretty easy. The thriftway came down hard off the top of a boat and cut off and came down and is right next to the nitrogen. Now they're beginning to come down. Muncie has got better boat speed than the Bardol. As he comes down, he evidently has absolute assurance he's going to be up on that line. And his boat is leaping. He's right next to Bardol, and it looks like it'll be a 1-2 boat race as they come down here. Muncie looks like he's losing it a little bit. His boat is flying. He's literally out of the air. They're coming down there, Bardol, and here we go. First start. Bill Muncie and Jack Reagan, the thriftway and the Bardol, going into the north turn on the first time around. Nitrogen was last across the line. As they go into that turn for the first of 5 times around the course, Bardol is on the inside corner, and there we go, thriftway on the outside corner now as he starts to take Bardol. Muncie is going to the outside. He thinks he can take Bardol on the outside. Now they're dead even coming off the exit buoy at the 2-boat race, and Bardol is lagging back a little on the acceleration as Muncie pours the coal to miss thriftway and starts to move away from Bardol. They're halfway up the backstretch in the first of 5 times around the course. Thriftway coming up to the 3/4 mark of the backstretch, closely followed by the Bardol. And next is Miss Spokane, followed by the Pay and Save, and the nitrogen is lagging. Now they go to the left-hand side of the course, the first of 5 times around the course. Here's your race for 3rd and 4th as the boats are buried in the spray out there, going into that far turn up to our left. Muncie in Miss thriftway at the top part of the left turn, leading by about 2 buoy markers over Miss Bardol, who's coming up hard in the inside corner, and it looks like Muncie might have lost her a little bit coming off the exit buoy, and he loses a little ground to Bardol, who in turn loses a little bit, and that's a red-hot duel still in there as 4 boats are closely bunched and the nitrogen is trailing. Down to the 1,000-foot mark comes the Miss thriftway. It's Bill Muncie at the wheel, closely followed by Jack Reagan. Bardol is second. She is 4 seconds behind. Miss Spokane is 3rd. The Miss Pay and Save is 4th, and the nitrogen will be 5th at the end of the first lap. 105 miles an hour for the first of 5 times around the course. Here is your right turn activity. The Miss thriftway is leading Bardol by 5 seconds as we're in the second of 5 times around the course. The nitrogen is 22 seconds behind the leader at the end of her first lap. Spokane is 7 seconds behind the leader. And now Vegas starts to make his bid coming off the exit buoy in the second time around the course. But once again, the tremendous acceleration of the Miss thriftway causes that boat to move away from the Miss Bardol. Her top boat is at the 3/4 mark of the backstretch. That's Miss thriftway. 4 seconds behind at the 3/4 mark of the backstretch. In her second lap is Miss Bardol. In 3rd place, 7 seconds behind the leader is Miss Spokane, driven by Norm Evans. In 4th place is the Miss Pay and Save, driven by nitrogen, driven by Chuck Hickling. And the nitrogen is halfway up the backstretch in 5th place. And she is in 5th place, 22 seconds behind the leader and losing all the while. At the top part of the left turn, Muncie in Miss thriftway has increased his lead as we come down to the end of lap number 2. Muncie once again hooking around, coming down real close to that buoy, shutting it off just in case Regis wants to come around real hard in Miss Bardol. Once again, Muncie comes down off the exit buoy of the left-hand side. Here's your closely bunched race for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. In 1st place, coming down to the 1,000-foot mark, is Miss thriftway. In 2nd place, about 3 seconds behind and hotly gaining on Miss thriftway, is the Bardol with Jack Reagan at the wheel. In 3rd place is Norm Evans and Miss Spokane. End of lap number 2. Here is Bill Muncie and Miss thriftway going down into the right turn, closely pursued by Jack Reagan in Miss Bardol. Spokane is 3rd across the line at the end of lap number 2. 106 miles an hour for thriftway at the end of lap number 2. And the Pay and Save is 4th across the line. Spokane is 10 seconds behind the leader. Bardol is 3 seconds behind the leader. And Pay and Save is 16 seconds behind the leader. Here's your race for 1st and 2nd with the Miss thriftway coming off the exit buoy in her 3rd time around the course. And the Bardol is driving hard on her. Jack is going to make his bid right now. The nitrogen just coming across the end of her second lap is 41 seconds behind the leader. Regis and Bardol is making his bid now, and this is 3rd time around the course. Let's see if the Miss thriftway can fight him off. He is closed up now to within about 3 boat lengths of the Miss Slipway, which has gone wide, and now Jack's going to try to sneak through. He can take a bath out there if he gets in too close. It looked like he dropped off a little bit. Looked like he had to eat some of the water off Miss Slipway's rooster tail. We're at the top part of the left turn in this third time around the course. There's a tremendous duel for third and fourth as they go into the entrance buoy of the right-hand side, and the third time around the course on the left-hand side of the course. The Spokane fighting it out with Miss Pay and Save, who makes her move on the outside corner in the battle for third and fourth. There you have a brief glimpse at it as we come down off the exit buoy. Muncie and Miss Slipway comes down to the end of lap number 3 and is closely pursued by Bardall, who is definitely making her bid right now to take over the leadership in this Heat 1A. Coming down to the 1,000-foot mark, the Miss Slipway, driven by Bill Muncie, at 105 and 106 for the first 2 times around the course. Over the line goes Miss Slipway. Over the line goes Miss Bardall. Their first and second place boats. Bardall is 3 seconds behind the leader. 102 miles an hour for the third time around the course. Muncie coming off the bottom part of the right-hand turn. In third place is Miss Spokane just across the line at the end of her third lap, 18 seconds behind the leader. In fourth place is the Miss Pay and Save. She is 25 seconds behind the leader at the end of her third lap. And the nitrogen sails coming off the left-hand turn. Now, as we go up the backstretch, in the fourth time around the course, the Bardall starts to drive once again on the Miss Slipway. A tremendous two-boat duel out there, just 3 seconds difference between the two boats. Muncie comes to the inside with the Miss Slipway in his fourth time around the course. Miss Spokane just coming off the exit buoy of the right-hand turn. Closely pursued, some 5 seconds behind by the Miss Pay and Save. Here's your battle for first and second going into the left-hand turn in a fourth time around the course. Slipway leading by 3 seconds over the Bardall. Regis coming up now, giving it the hard drive as Muncie seems to fall off a little bit. And Regis again makes that determined bid in that big corner up there to the left, which you remember Bill Muncie mentioned had a lot of swells in it. Now we have Regis trying to go to the outside. He tried the inside, it didn't work. Now he goes to the outside. Let's see if this works. Muncie comes around, chops down, and Bardall is making a bid now. And Muncie stays ground, staying to the inside, and tries to swing a little bit wide. Now they're virtually dead even coming off the exit buoy. Virtually dead even now as Bardall begins to make a move. They're dead even as Bardall is picked up for 3 seconds at the 1,000-foot mark. They seem to be virtually even. And once again, the tremendous acceleration of the Miss Slipway puts her across the line, 1/2 second in front of Miss Bardall. Muncie on the inside corner is laying back, and Bardall is driving to take that corner on the right-hand side, 105 miles an hour on her fourth time around. This is the fifth and final lap. Bardall has made up for 3 seconds. Let's see if he can take him on the outside. Muncie took Regis on the outside, but it looks like Muncie's driving him out. Now they come off the exit buoy as Miss Spokane, 19 seconds behind the leader, completes their fourth lap. Bardall goes to the outside corner, and Muncie comes off real hard on that exit buoy in his fifth time around the course. And Bardall gets ground. Made his bid in the third and fourth lap. Now he falls back a little bit. The Miss Pay and Save comes across the line. She looks like she's a little bit sick. She's 38 seconds behind the leader at the end of her fourth lap. 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. The Miss Slipway coming on real hard in the left-hand turn. About 3 seconds behind is the Bardall. They were dead even, or less than a second between the two boats, as Muncie is led from wire to wire. Muncie made a brave bid. Your third place boat is the Miss Spokane, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. She is some 18 seconds behind the leader as she's in her fifth and final lap. In fourth place is the Miss Pay and Save. Now, as both boats come off the left-hand turn in the battle for first and second, Muncie and Miss Slipway is on the inside corner. Regis and Bardall goes to the outside, and let's see if he can come up on him. He's trying real hard. There's about less than 2 boat lengths. Here comes Regis. He's pouring it on. It's going to be real close. He could take him. He might have caught Muncie by surprise. Regis coming on now, and it's going to be real close. Muncie gets across the line. Bill Muncie and Miss Slipway gets across the line less than a boat length in front of Jack Regis in the Miss Bardall. Regis driving a tremendous race, almost caught him coming from behind. A great race driven by 2 very talented men. In third place, coming off the exit buoy to the left-hand side, is the Miss Spokane. She'll be in third place for Heat 1A. 5 started. She gets third place. She's finished 22 seconds behind the leader, Miss Slipway. In second place was Bardall, less than a second behind. There wasn't even a boat length between the two of them. In fourth place, coming off the exit buoy now in her fifth and final lap, is your fourth place boat, the Miss Pay and Say, driven by Chuck Hickling. When she finished her fourth lap, the Miss Pay and Say was 38 seconds behind the leader. She's coming down now to the 1,000-foot mark. This is Heat 1A. 5 started, 5 will finish.